Good day, everybody. I am Llano, and I will be discussing to you about some social media tips. So first, what is social media? Rather than define the term using a bunch of boring jargon that would probably only complicate things further, perhaps the best way to get a clearer understanding of it is to break it down into simpler terms. To start, let's look at each word individually. The social part refers to interacting with other people by sharing information with them and receiving information from them. The media part refers to an instrument of communication like the internet, while TV, radio, and newspapers are examples of more traditional forms of media. From these two separate terms, we can pull a basic definition together. Social media are web-based communication tools that enable people to interact with each other by sharing and consuming information. Yes, it is a broad definition, but keep in mind that social media is a very broad term. This is likely as specific as we can get without zeroing in too much on a more specific subcategory of social media. Do you know what you should and you should not do when using social media? So, here's the 15 tips to be more secure while using social media. 1. Change the privacy of your posts and profiles. It may take a bit of research, but there will be some level of configuration available that allows you to restrict the visibility of your post. Some sites allow a great deal of control over who can see your information, while others do not. 2. Be careful about what you make visible to your network, but especially what you make public. You should not make the name of your high school, your birth date, your address, your children's or pets' names, or other personal information public. Many times, this information is used by scammers to pretend to be someone you know, or by hackers trying to force passwords resets on accounts. And while it may be obvious, do not post social security numbers, credit card numbers, account numbers, or other types of confidential or financial information. 3. Turn off location services when you post to social media. You are announcing your location in real time if you don't disable GPS or location services. Depending on the privacy controls of people you're connected to, people outside your network might be able to see information that you don't want them to. 4. Read the privacy policy and terms of service for the social media site. You may be surprised at what the site is allowed to do with your information, pictures, and other data. If you decide that giving up some control of your data is worth using the site, that's fine, but you may want to restrict your posts and activities even further. 5. Remember that you are building a brand with your post. Social media is perfectly suited to expressing personal opinions, but you should use caution. A good rule of thumb for deciding what to post is to assume that at some point in the future, the post will become public and to choose your words accordingly. Potential employers definitely check the social media posts of candidates, but current employers may have a policy on social media and may check as well to monitor for violations of their policy. 6. Google yourself and check out your social media profiles while logged out. This is a good sanity check to ensure that you have configured the privacy settings the way you want. Also, Googling your own name can reveal fake accounts that have been opened by imposters. 7. Don't accept connection requests or messages from strangers. This may also be obvious, but don't accept connection requests or messages from strangers. You are not allowing strangers to see your information. but the information of the people in your network. Messages sent in social media platforms can carry malicious links or attachments, just like phishing emails. A good rule of thumb is if you haven't met them in person, you probably do not connect. 8. Lock the personal profiles down. If you intend on having a profile open to the public for blogging or building a professional presence online, create a separate profile for personal use. Lock the personal profile down and don't mix up the content between the two ever. 9. Be careful about commenting on others' public posts. Your name will be attached to that public post until you delete your comment or that person deletes the post. 10. Educate about each platform's capabilities for dealing with abusive, offensive, or illegal materials and interactions so that you are prepared in situations of cyberbullying, harassment, or stalking. 11. Be cautious about the apps. It may be the quizzes, games, or etc. that you allow to link to your social media profiles. These apps may be collecting personal information about you beyond just your email address. 12. Don't lie, harass, abuse, intimidate, or threaten on social media. It may seem like common sense, but you can open yourself up to legal issues, criminal charges, or accusation of cyberbullying. Social media sites prohibit this type of behavior anyway. 13. Ensure the people in your networks are aware of how much information you want them to share about you. Don't be shy about asking a connection to remove or edit photo, tag, or other type of post related to you if it is something that you cannot do yourself. 14. Don't automatically trust that someone is who they purport to be. Verify imposters' profiles are a huge problem for social media platforms related to identity theft and online harassment. 15. And the last one, use two-factor authentication and strong passwords to secure your logins to social media. In particular, two-factor authentication will make it much more difficult for hackers to take over your accounts, even if your password is stolen. Most of the larger, well-known sites offer this feature. And that's all for this social media awareness topic, and I hope you learn a lot from this topic. Thank you.